Helldivers, we have a new major order. Check this out, because this, based on whatever we do, we'll either unlock anti-tank mines or an airburst rocket launcher. I think I know which I'm going to go for. So the Lucille sector, we either liberate Penta or we liberate Chewie. Whichever one we liberate first, we will get that associated stratagem. And you can see, only the stratagem on the first liberated planet can be saved, and the citizens too. The citizens are the most important part. Choose democracy, Helldivers. I love this stuff. So once again, they are giving us the decision. What do we want? What are we going to unlock? And again, the way they're delivering new content to us is through player choice. A lot of other games want to talk about player agency and all of that crap, but they basically are like giving you new ways to buy things in a battle pass. This game, no. Helldivers is like, we'll give you player agency because you get to decide what planet you liberate, and whichever one you liberate in this major order first, we will then give you the associated stratagem. And honestly, guys, that is just incredibly sick. All right, let's go and take a look at what they put on Twitter about the major order. So this tweet popped up literally a few minutes ago. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was literally driving back from Tesco doing my shopping. My phone went off and I was like, oh my God, there's a major order. I've got to get back and take part in this fictional war. It's so good. Anyway, the major order is Helldivers. It's time to choose between liberating Chewie or Penta. Depending on your choice, you will receive either the MD-17 anti-tank mines or the RL-77 Airburst rocket launcher. You'll have to save the citizens. Don't forget the citizens. Let's take a look at what we've got in game. So check this out. It is a decision we've got to make. New operation order. Legitimate undertaking. Phase 1, citizen rescue. Intel has identified surviving citizens on 2 planets. On Chewie, citizens... I don't know why I'm laughing. The poor citizens. Citizens who have proved their loyalty through testing of a new fortification stratagem are trapped. On Penta, citizens who have synthesized tons of caustic chemicals for a new support weapon stratagem are awaiting rescue. Likely, only the citizens and weaponry of the first planet liberated will be saved. So, yeah, and also, obviously, we got the major order one from the other day, which I guess we can just quickly go over. So, freedom has overcome oppression once more. Even the combined might of the Terminids and the automatons was no match for the fierce and obedient resistance of the Helldivers. Though some ground was lost, our enemies are exhausted, their assault broken upon the immovable shield wall of the Helldivers. The fight is far from over, but the light of liberty shines bright over the worlds of the Federation today. Anyway, let's go and take a look at these planets, right? So, major order. Brave surviving citizens on Chewie and Penta may still be saved. Along with... I don't know why I'm laughing. These poor citizens. Along with the weaponry they have continued to develop, which is the main thing, obviously. Only the first planet to be liberated is likely to still have any surviving personnel or equipment. Choose democratically. Now, let's take a look at where these planets are. So they're over here in the Lucille sector. We've got... What? It's already complete. What's this? They're liberated. I don't know. Is the game broke? What's happened? Major orders complete. Jobs are good. And what is going on here? I think this might be. Is this because we don't have the supply lines to these planets? Maybe we need to get Laseeth. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. I just find this incredibly funny. Anyway, we do have a choice, right? So the choice, I guess to just sort of... So Chewie, was Chewie for the anti-tank mines and Penta for the Airburst rocket launcher. Now, you guys know I don't cover leaks because just, you know, there's a lot of, let's say, channels out there that do that. I might have done in the past, but like I've said before, I'm not going to be doing that. But what I will say is I do see the odd leak because, of course, people send this stuff to me. Airburst rocket launcher. So I don't know which one you guys... Airburst rocket launcher. Which one you should probably focus on unlocking. Maybe you want anti-tank mines. I don't know anybody who wants anti-tank mines. In fact, pro tip on the tanks, if you've got the auto cannon, you can just fire into the side of the tank anyway. In fact, you can remove the tracks off tanks, and actually you can blow the legs off hulks as well, which will kill them. So anti-tanks, I've never really been a fan of the mines, but they might be good on the defense missions. I don't know. Anyway, I find this absolutely hilarious. So it says these are liberated, but they're not. Oh no, it says they're 0% liberated now. Is this changed while I've been watching it? Have I lost the plot? I'm like, it's got the liberated thing above it. Look, liberated, but it's like a buff. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Anyway, there's 0% liberated. I would imagine we need to take Lasaf, and then this will open up the supply lines to get over there. This planet, go and liberate it. This is my advice. And then, yeah, I think whichever one is Airburst rocket launcher, that's the one you should be focusing on, because that's the one I'm going to focus on. I've also got some really good news. So whenever the next patch drops, there's going to be an awesome update. So check this out. To all of you offering feedback on how the bot citizen evac missions are a load of expletives, impossible on higher difficulty levels, we agree 100% and will therefore adjust these in the near future. Now, these are the missions where you basically need to make the scientists spawn out of the bunkers, and then they run into the big building, and that's the evac building. They are very hard. They are literally impossible. I don't think I've completed one for a long, long time. Now, there is a strat doing this, but it is quite difficult, especially if you're playing against, or with randoms, I should say. Now, I've tried to do this, and, you know, I'd land and I'd say, guys, I will kite them outside of the area. You go and, like, click the buttons. The thing is, though, that many bots spawn, it kind of really doesn't work. And when you start getting factory striders dropping all over the place, and they're taking you out from range, it's so hard. And, like, the bots are really good at killing the NPCs as well, because obviously they're all range damage. They're just firing in loads of range fire, and it's, like, super difficult to deal with them. But the strategy is normally you want to drop sort of to the south or anywhere away from the actual mission sort of area. And then you want to send one person to that area to start clicking on the buttons and rescuing the citizens, while everybody else just basically causes as much noise as possible. They get all the spawns of the bots on them, and they fight them, like, miles away. But you will still get spawns on the person who is actually doing the spawning of the NPCs. Now, like I said, it's really hard. It's super difficult. But the good news is the devs are looking at this, and they are actually going to fix it. So I think that's, well, it's good news all around. Now, you know, I love a good Reddit post. Now, this is really true. Honestly, I think it's easier on the harder difficulties because the players are more professional. Check this out. There's a clear skill knowledge gap from level 7 and above. I was always playing level 7 and above when I unlocked it. These past 2 weeks, I've been playing level 5 and 6 to pretty much just chill a bit and carry the newbies and showing them how to play. And I noticed I had to do a lot of heavy lifting or get into arguments and explaining how me calling in the Pelican is not an asshole move when you're at the other side of the map, and not leaving you and the Pelican won't leave either. I'm not leaving, the Pelican won't leave either. All that resources are shared. Also, not many level 35 players would join. At level 35 plus. These past 2 days, I've gone back to level 7, and it's like everybody knows what to do. We're just all on the same page. You die, me or a teammate will call you on top of your loadout. That you drop. All your objectives are done. Cool. Let's look for super sample and whatever other resources we haven't picked up yet. Clear through enemies effectively and very minimal team kills. I feel like SEAL Team 6 going through the mission. Does anyone else notice this? Yeah, they do. I absolutely notice this. So what I will say is what you generally get on the difficulties below 7, around, I would say, 4, 5, and even 6, is people just engage everything, which isn't sort of that isn't the play when you're playing at the higher levels, right? You don't want to engage every single patrol you see. Often, the best plan is to keep moving and not engage enemies, only engage them when they are on top of an objective, or you need to defend an area and they're spawning on top of you. Typically, you want to avoid them. But this isn't really communicated, and also, it is a game, it's fun, so you want to kill stuff, and I completely understand that. I want to kill everything anyway. But you guys know when you get to the harder difficulties, you can't do that. You literally don't have enough firepower to do that anyway. And if it's against something like the bots, there'll be too many of them, and you'll end up with, like, massive range damage coming in from rocket devastators, factory striders, all of that stuff, and it becomes super difficult. Of course, you can just get overrun by the bugs as well. But I think this is sort of like a wider issue with the game. And, you know, this is giving me ideas for YouTube videos like unwritten rules of Helldivers and all this kind of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff in the game that people don't really understand. Calling in Pelicans is a thing which will cause a lot of drama at lower levels. Sometimes I've seen it at higher levels, though. People going like, what are you calling the Pelican in for? Well, we're not going to get on it. We're just calling it in, you know what I mean? Let's be ready. You've got things like dropping samples off at the extraction point during the middle of a mission, which just goes without saying at higher difficulty. You've got things like, you know, when you have completed the mission objectives, maybe you've got 6-7 minutes left and there's a couple of automaton bases on the map. Let's go and take them out. Let's not just immediately leave. These are things which won't happen at lower levels. It's because people are still, you know, they're still getting to grips with the game. It is quite a complex game as well, Helldivers is, with all of the different mechanics in the game. And I think this is just something which it is interesting to me, and I'm sure there is more to this as well. But I have felt more... I felt safer playing on Helldive than I have on some of the lower difficulties, just because I know the people I'm playing with will just do, I guess, the right thing most of the time. Like, you won't get people just randomly engaging. I don't want to talk about loadouts, because I think loadouts are quite viable, whichever loadout you want to take, within reason. Obviously, things like the autocannon are super powerful against the bots, because you can take out all of their units with it. And also, pro tip, actually, with the Factory Strider, you want to take out the heavy machine guns on the front of the Factory Strider, and then basically get close to it, and it can't do anything to you. Then shoot it in the belly. You can even shoot the door when it's closed, and it will still do damage. And if you've got the autocannon, you can blow the Factory Striders up super quick. Of course, if the main turret's still active, you want to get close. If you're at range, that will hit you, and that probably will kill you. But the main problem with the Factory Striders is the machine guns underneath. And I think this is just one of the things, right, with the game, guys. There's a game knowledge issue. You guys know I played a lot of Overwatch. In that game, there was the sort of Overwatch brain that you had to have. And in a way, there's the Helldivers 2 brain as well. And I think as players learn that, this issue will become, well, less of an issue. And I don't think it'll be that much of a problem. Anyway, let me know in the comments below how you've experienced this as well. Do you actually think it's easier on the harder difficulties just because teammates are generally more... I don't know, like, they're more hardcore, more professional, but they're still playing Helldivers. I don't want to say they take meta loadouts either, but they take mission-appropriate loadouts, I think. That's the best way to put it. And things are just, I don't know, more streamlined. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I've been Stylosa. If you enjoyed that, then let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, and I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. See you soon.